The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Whitfield Report. I'm your host,
Sorry.
Sam Whitfield. Yes, we are doing this live, folks, and we have.
Yeah, but the name of the show, the Whitfield Report Live. You got to remember that, because there's another show that's called the Whitfield Report, and it can be live sometimes, but what it is not is nearly as chaotic.
That's true, and it is a little chaotic tonight, partially because Rumble Studio, they have a new setup, and it's actually pretty dope so far. Mine is trying to hook up some of the stuff beforehand, but I should have done that a couple hours ago. But
gentlemen.
hey, we can finally see Morpheus. How you doing, buddy?
Holy shit, I'm doing great.
Talking avatar. What is this technology, Sam?
Only something that Rumble Studio should have had from the beginning.
Still a disembodied voice, but yeah.
Well, but at least people know
I'm up on stage now.
Yeah, at least people know when you're talking. So great to be here.
Because those deaf people in the audience had a hard time with that, Sam.
You know, the interesting thing about that is on Spotify podcasts, the episodes now automatically transcribe. So I'm not sure why anyone would want to read a 3-hour podcast, but if you're deaf,
that sounds, I don't know, that could be kind of dope. Yeah. You know what's fun too is one of the languages you can add to shorts on YouTube if you want is American Sign Language, and I was thinking of doing that for some of our bits. Might be funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how it'll work. Are they going to put a little interpreter in a box going like nyeh, nyeh, nyeh?
Yeah,
that fucking Spanish is you sound so cool in Spanish, Sam.
I know. And we all sound like super angry in German too.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Especially Morpheus for some reason.
Dave Grady yelling in German is one of the funniest pieces of media I've ever created. He's yelling about his electrical outlets being upside down, but when you put it in German, man, he sounds like an angry mustache man.
Yeah. Well, Dave actually could succeed at art school, though. I have no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah. He's artistic as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot to get to, but I do have
I heard something or other, like maybe stuff was like there was like a little skirmish going on somewhere or something. I don't know. I'm not been keeping up with the news, Sam.
I mean, TLDR for you, Max. I mean, Trump is basically fixing the the shitstorm that the CIA started, over in Iran. So,
it's about time. Well, it only took like 50 years.
Yeah.
Oh, is the Ayatollah dead?
Yes. Rest
Oh
in
man, didn't I predict that the Ayatollah would be dead on this show?
Rest in piss.
I did.
Yes.
I said the Ayatollah is going to be dead in Trump's next term. I think I said it last year.
Yes, and actually on that note, I will have I wanna not right now, but I actually do have a clip of Trump
Man,
on
what is
Iran.
this going to do to the value of my vintage Ayatollah Assahola t-shirt?
I mean, Max, you probably might want to sell that because it'll probably be like valuable actually.
That's what I'm saying. Do you sell now and capitalize on the infamy of the dead Ayatollah? Oh, it's nice to say he's dead. The Ayatollah is dead, Sam. Fucking died like a dog.
He died
Oh, that's
on
tough.
he died like a
Oh,
dog.
oh, maybe you shouldn't have killed all those fucking innocent civilians a couple weeks ago, huh, there, buddy? You fucking
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Dead as a fucking doornail.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
libertarians are big mad too. Apparently, this is World War III now. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I have heard about this. Speaking of wars though, before we get into the news, I have two things to promo. One,
Show the book.
check out this week's podcast with author Jake Widmer, who was kind enough to join me on Monday and promote his book Raid on Maplewood Hollow, which is a killer book.
And a great
By the
interview
way,
too. Checked out the interview on the Whitfield Report Monday show.
yeah, Jake's an
That camera looks cool.
Jake's a good guy, and he was also kind enough to be an early reviewer for my upcoming book, which launches next week,
Nice.
American Inferno, which is the 5th book in the Shadows of Deception series. And Max Moore, I have a quick rant to go off on, by the way,
Go
on
off.
that,
Go off, Queen.
Go off.
which is you know,
Threw him off there. Sorry.
if if you criticize me for grifting off of Charlie Kirk's death because I'm writing a thriller, but yet you also support Candace Owens, who is not only grifting, but like slandering people I actually knew, then you know, you're actually part of like the problem that I address, in this book. So, and I'm a little, I'm a little pissed honestly because like it's blatant hypocrisy at this point. Like I never set out to, really like profit off of Charlie's
No,
death
and
directly.
one thing about this show and you in particular is what we've been calling for across the board for years now is temping down the extremist rhetoric and the violent rhetoric that we're seeing, especially domestically. That's been one of the biggest like messages in your writing in this show. So yeah, no, we're not fans of when these kind of things happen. It really bothered us. You can go check, dude. Our live reactions to Charlie Kirk's death is a podcast episode because, wait, it was what, like a couple hours after?
Yeah, yeah, literally like only like 4 or 5 hours. So,
Still haven't listened back because that was one of the hardest shows I think any of us have ever done.
yeah,
Agreed.
that's the only one where there's no video for that on Spotify either. I just took the audio because really like there was no point in, doing the video for that one.
Well,
So,
and it's like we generally come in and try and do a comedy show. We try and stay optimistic. We talk about the news. We promote books, your books, other people's books, and so like when something like that happens, I mean, God, just one whole show about a serious negative incident like that is a lot for us, and we didn't. It affected you. That's why you even said like, I think I'm gonna work this into my writing because that's how an artist processes things.
yeah. And people, please read the introduction to the book. I mean, I've put it online for free. to read. Yes, I did it partially as promo, but also like I wrote this not to glorify or sensationalize Charlie Kirk's death, unlike some people have done.
It's a tribute
Um,
to a man.
it's a tribute, and it's also asking the question, like, when we get to this point where, we're calling for a political opponent's, murder is okay, where do we go from, here? And it's not it's never a good place. So, um, as much as I despise what Candace Owens has been doing specifically, I would never, wish harm upon her.
No, we want her to live long and suck as many dicks as she likes.
Yes. And also maybe get her head out of her ass. So
she's gonna have to do that if she wants to suck a bunch of dicks. So you're right.
That is true. So
yeah, see, and that's the difference there. Is like we'll make a joke, but even the joke is not steeped in hatred or anger or
you
violence.
can stick a dick in the ass too, so maybe you can suck it that way too.
Yeah.
Well, but we want her to consent to all of it.
Yeah. But
you just know how she is, She can't help herself.
No, she can't. But
many such cases.
But, check out American Inferno. It's coming out next week, and I'm super excited for it. I meant to send both of you gentlemen the e-arc, so I apologize for that. I've been busy doing promo, but I really appreciate everyone who has shown up to support the book so far with pre-orders, and it's really helped. So
absolutely.
But yeah, I am done shilling for now, and
we make you do it again.
Yeah, which I'm sure will happen, at some point during the program. But
well,
Max,
hold on. You got all this fancy setup. We need a new test to the new setup, Sam. So I just wanted to point out that, ladies, there we go. Okay, he passed the test. There we go, ladies.
It works, and not only that, but like it seamlessly transitions now, which is
I know that was smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So gentlemen,
so the world's blown up.
Well, the world has started to heal, in my opinion.
Sometimes you got to blow up before you heal.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you were saying, Max, the Ayatollah is dead, and all of the libertarians and left wingers are crying about it because they think that this is going to be the start of World War III. But I mean, I've seen videos of like Palestinians dancing, in the streets, like happy about this. Like
a lot of people happy about this. I wonder why.
Yeah, like actual Persians are saying that that they can go home and finally see their families. So,
I think a lot of people have never met Iranians, Sam. I think that's a part of it. Is that because I've known, I should say, several Iranian either refugees who came here. One of them grew up with me, as well as working with many Iranians who moved, to the West. And they all hate the Ayatollah a lot more than me joking about him being dead. They're dead serious.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
imagine having empathy for the people that have to live under this motherfucker for 1 second, huh?
I mean that
what I said about what's Maduro, right? Is like imagine having to live in Venezuela with his leadership, right?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You would just sing with glee when he got taken out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So Trump is like 2 for 2 when it comes to taking out bad guys, basically.
Then Putin's open to peace talks again for some strange reason.
Hmm. So, Megan Kelly and Tucker Carlson are sad about it. So,
Tucker
you know,
Carlson can kiss my ass. Mr. Iraq War himself
You can
can't
suck my
admit
nuts.
that L. Can't admit this is an L for him too. This is not Iraq 2. You were wrong on Iraq and you're on the wrong end of this one already.
he's saying that this is World War III. Also, anytime someone ever anytime someone asks him why he's financially backed by Qatar, he blocks them, Max, on Twitter.
Nice.
I don't know if you know this, but like if you ask
I might have to try that.
him about Qatar, he blocks you pretty much. So, yeah.
Well, I guess there's your answer, huh? I don't
So,
know. I haven't seen anything he said, but it's just interesting that he would be so cocksure so soon about something. It's almost there's a lot of like that era of politics from the Iraq War is now overreacting in the other direction.
yeah.
You know, they got sold one bill of goods and then the people bought it and then they realized they got fooled with Iraq. And now they're thinking the exact same thing is happening in Iran. But if you look at what's going on, it's not the same thing at all.
Also,
Could it end badly in the long term? Yes, but it's going to end differently. You see?
I want to point out too, because I've been seeing a lot of this on Twitter. A lot of these commentators also screaming, "Oh, America's just doing this for Israel and the Jews." I want to remind people though that that America has had beef with Iran, with the government for decades before. They were
Iran has been in
responsible.
violation of all the nuclear stuff for
Yep.
decades.
Well, they've been in violation of that. They were responsible for Pan Am Lockerbie back in the 80s, which killed Americans. They tried to assassinate.
They
Uh,
sparked the original Desert Storm conflict with Kuwait.
yeah,
I mean,
they
on and on.
they
Almost every major Hamas attack has been backed in some fashion by Iran. We all know this.
yep.
ISIS was backed by everybody. Al Qaeda, Iran backs our enemies. I'm not so sad to see the Ayatollah is responsible for thousands of U.S. deaths. Let's not just talk about anybody else, but U.S. armed forces deaths are on the hands of the Ayatollah. I don't fucking pity him. I don't cry for him. No.
Amen. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We don't even need to be, quote unquote, doing Israel's, bidding against, Iran. We have beef of our own. And it just goes to show that
What about 9/11?
yeah.
Did we just forget that 9/11 happened and that Iran's fucking fingerprints are all over it?
Sadly, Max, a lot of people, well,
You
a
know who
lot,
was in charge of Iran when that happened?
the Ayatollah.
Ayatollah Khomeini. Yeah,
Yeah.
that dead motherfucker. Do you think I get like, you're supposed to just hate America, guys. Oh, you're supposed to forget what happened to like fucking Nick Bird. You're supposed to forget that these people were funding terrorist groups to behead our fucking engineers and armed service members on video and post them all over the internet. You're supposed to forget that they fucking maimed and killed your friends if you're my age.
Yep.
You're supposed to
Yeah.
forget all that shit. Poor Ayatollah. Cry me a fucking river.
Again, rest in peace, motherfucker.
I love this that we're all equally heated about this. So yeah, I mean the people are screaming out the Jews, and the people are screaming out, the poor Iranians. I mean, the Iranian people, I don't know what videos these people are seeing. Like every Iranian I've seen that's
What
like
about
not a
the what
terrorist.
about the 10,000 or so Iranian protesters that were dragged through the streets and murdered a couple weeks ago, you know?
That
Does
too.
their opinion, because I don't think they like the Ayatollah very much. I'm just gonna take a fucking guess
Right?
that he had them murdered for fucking protesting a bad economy. And they probably would be very happy to know that in retaliation for that, he got blown into the fucking Stone Age.
I would agree with that. You know,
People are like, you're supposed to be anti-war, and you're supposed to care about the civilian population that I tell you to care about. But you're not supposed to think about any of the real on the ground anything, right? And I'm so sick of it.
well, and also there's a big difference between what Trump has been doing with both Iran and with Venezuela, which is targeted operations, targeted surgical strikes, which is not the same thing as a war with
Open-ended boots on the ground.
yeah. Trump actually has a plan.
Well,
Uh,
that was the plan in Iraq and Afghanistan because the neocon leadership of the time wanted infinity wars, and they got them for 20 fucking years because the Dem neolib establishment also wanted infinity wars.
Yep.
Why do they want infinity wars? To profit up all of the defense contract companies like Raytheon, etc.
That's
It's
money.
so obvious what's going on.
pretty much.
And it's my brethren who donned the uniform of our country to perform a service that I consider heroic and valuable that have paid most of the price for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Normal men and women like us that don that uniform because they have a level of bravery and integrity to stand for their country and fight for it, and they're not being honored by that mentality of forever wars. But this is understanding that putting them into danger is a decision that you have to make strategically sometimes in order to get the best outcome out of it. These are targeted attacks. It's not, let's put 1 million guys in the desert
Forever
with
wars
targets
is
on their
not
backs.
strategic.
Yeah, I mean, where have forever wars gotten us?
I'll
Nowhere.
tell you, they've brought me to a bunch of funerals of young men
Same
that
here.
were good men that deserved to live out their life, and they would not say I wouldn't do it again. They'd lay their life down again for the same cause in the same way. Many of them, most of them, in fact. But then where's the respect when they get back here? How do Iraq veterans and Afghanistan veterans get treated?
Like shit.
Yeah,
By their
they
government,
terribly.
by anti-war activists, on, and now by the left in general just seems to hate veterans. Well, left, your guy was president for 8 years of that fucking 16-year war period. Those veterans are victims of your war. Show them just a tiny bit respect. And no, they call them all kinds of things, right?
Yeah, horrific things too, and and also like, yeah, Biden may have like, I even hate to say that Biden ended the war because he really didn't do shit except for like
Moved the
disastrously
timetable
pull.
and fucked it up or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But moving on.
um, but Max, you actually made me think of something, so I actually wanted to start by playing a video of our favorite president. Well, he's my favorite president at least. President
He got
Donald.
rumbled.
No, I'm still here. Just had to set up the screen share. My favorite president at least, President Donald J. Trump.
And look at how young he is. He's a future president minus 25 or something, right?
Right?
Yeah. So everyone wants to talk about like, oh, Trump is being, he's being taken over by the neocon establishment, in the Israeli lobby. I just want to point out that these were Trump's
Sam, You put us in the Matrix. This is fucking awesome. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to point out that this is Trump's opinion from like 1980 regarding Iran. So let me go ahead and cue
It's
this up.
scary how much Barron looks like him.
It really is. So, but
other countries tend to do a little bit as you do, and you can create the right attitudes. The Iranian situation is a case in point.
Can you guys hear that, by the way?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
That they hold our hostages is just absolutely and totally ridiculous. That this country sits back and allows a country such as Iran to hold our hostages, to my way of thinking, is a horror. And I don't think they'd do it with other countries. I honestly don't think they'd do it with other countries.
Obviously.
So,
troops, etc., and brought our boys out.
I absolutely feel that, yes. I don't think there's any question, and there's no question in my mind. I think right now would be an oil-rich nation, and I believe that we should have done it, and I'm very disappointed that we didn't do it, and I don't think anybody would have held us in abeyance. I don't think anybody would have been angry with us, and we had every right to do it at the time. I think we've lost the opportunity.
Shocking. He's consistent. This is the news, huh?
A politician that's consistent. Holy shit.
Yeah, people are shocked by this.
Just wait till they find all those books he wrote on the subject, huh?
I know, right? What a shocker.
It's not even just one, right? Like all those books he wrote on this exact subject of the Middle East and how America should deal with it. Once they find those, Sam, then they're really going to know how he thinks, huh?
Right?
It's a good thing those books are a secret and they're not New York Times bestsellers or anything, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm sure the New York Times is like trying to strip, those books off the list now. But
of course
we know. So
yeah, because Trump, Trump didn't write like 6 books about foreign policy.
No, he
not at all. Never. Didn't happen.
No, never.
I love their cheesy music. They're shocked by this, right?
But let's talk about the conflict in Iran now. Sure. You've heard the critique from critics internationally and locally. The Greens have been arguing it's an illegal war. What do you say to the argument that this is an illegal conflict? What is the legal basis?
I say, fuck you. I don't give a shit what you think. Kiss my ass. That would be my response if I were to answer. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. And by the way, I do apologize because I know that I know that Sky News is Australian and that they can be annoying, but they also had like the best video on this I found. Plus, it's always funny when foreign news outlets are always like shocked that Trump is consistent, and it's like, yeah, he always has been. And the fact that this is news to you guys is very telling and hilarious. So
they're catching up, Sam. It only took them 10 years of him in politics.
Yeah, well, better late than never.
For the Israeli.
What's that saying about Trump being so consistent that they're surprised? What's that saying about all the other politicians?
Well, I mean, in Australia's defense, their toilets do flush the wrong way, so like that's,
That's not the only thing that goes the wrong way.
well, yeah. Well, plus they have like, kangaroos, which are those like funny looking things. So,
Koalas.
yeah, well, I mean,
You got look. If you want to make an excuse for Australians, it's just that they are the descendants of a penal colony.
that is true.
Yeah, you can't expect that much from an island full of criminals, Sam. Come on.
Well,
Look
well,
at England, for example.
we have more gun rights than Australia does, though.
Exactly. That's
So,
proved my point right there.
yeah. So,
Island full of
US.
criminals, and they can't have any guns.
yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah, that is lame.
Lead strikes.
Anyone